Well, that's not fun. Let me send this out real quick. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Happy Friday. Happy Feminine Friday. Come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. And then also let me know where you're watching from. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hi, Sunshine. Happy Friday. Come on in. Lord, not this ledge getting on my nerves, jeez. You don't hear me clearly? Are you the only one who doesn't hear me clearly? Come on. Come on and get ready to go back to Vegas. You got to update me and let me know what's going on. Shalom says, today we're going to be talking about the wealth plateau. Okay, and specifically that's going to look like maybe you have made a certain amount of money and you haven't been able to kind of get back in that space since, or maybe you've hit a plateau when it comes down to your weight. Maybe you just hit a plateau in aspects of your life and you're really trying to figure out like what needs to be my next. Okay, so I'm really excited about today. This live specifically is going to be for high achieving women who have kind of hit plateaus in the areas of wealth, in the areas of health, maybe like weight, or maybe just in life success. You may feel like you're not really where you want to be, right? You may have hit some things, but you're just not where you want to be. Thank you, my love. Thank y'all for these loves and these gifts. And so today we're going to talk specifically about the universal connection between alignment and growth. And if y'all have been, on the series for like the past maybe week or so, I've been doing a lot of talking about magnetism and manifesting. And the reason why I'm doing a lot of talk about this is because, people really are wanting to start their new year. They're like, oh, I'm going to start doing this in January. Why not start now? But the key thing is, thank you, my love, for these likes and these gifts. If you're going to start now, it's going to require some things. If you want to start attracting money, you have to understand what money locks into. Money locks into high vibrational state, money locks into alignment, and money locks into value. So if you lack one of those things, that may be the reason why you're not, or you hit a plateau when it comes down to your money. Okay? So I'm going to kind of dive deep into why certain levels of success, or why you may feel stuck despite everything that you've done. I'm going to inspire you to take real action. So the goal of this live is not for an amen section. Y'all know I don't like no amen section, no way. I'm here to tell y'all the truth and nothing but the truth. And my goal is for you to have results in your life. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect. I didn't even pin my thing. I'm a feminine mastery architect, and what I do specifically is that I help women who are driven, who are high performing, who are high achieving. I help those women master their authentic rhythm, and then I help them naturally transform their magnetism that's innate, that's natural. I support them in attracting sustainable and consistent success. So what does this look like for you? This could look like you making more money in your business. This could look like you actually building generational wealth. A lot of people think they're building generational wealth because they're getting money. Generational wealth, okay, is not getting money. So let's get into actually what generational wealth is and what wealth actually is. So wealth consists of 5 pillars, okay? And these are the things that I teach in the way that I live and the way that I support my clients as well. Number 1, wealth is financial resources. This means that you have the ability to be able to pay for the lifestyle that you desire, pay for the goals and the different things that you want. You set a foundation for yourself financially that you understand. There's a system of coming in and going out and consistently receiving, okay? Second thing is, wealth is emotional fulfillment. The reason why you see a lot of people who are working hard and making a lot of money and they still are not successful, or they still are not happy, is because they are not emotionally fulfilled with what they're doing. They are not achieving generational wealth. They are in actuality just getting more money. And I'll go over the levels of money after this so you'll understand why getting money is really not that, okay? The second aspect of this, I just lost my train of thought. Money, what I say, y'all? I lost my train of thought because I was trying to run through it. Oh, emotional fulfillment, time freedom, which looks like you being able to do what you want with your time. This looks like if your parent is sick. If you have a sick child, you don't have to ask for permission to go and take care of your child and take care of your parent. One of the major things that made me opt out of the corporate system was the idea that I had to go and ask for permission to take care of what was going on, anything happening with my mother or my family. That just didn't sit well with me. I just don't feel like the person who has spent and devoted her life to making sure that I'm good, that I should have to ask somebody else for permission to stand in the gap for her when she needs me. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, that right there let me know that something is very wrong and very broken with this system, along with a multitude of other things. So emotional fulfillment and time freedom is generational wealth. Okay, what else is generational wealth that y'all don't want to hear and talk about? Healthy relationships is generational wealth. Healthy relationships build wealth. Toxic relationships are bad for your health. That's science. That is literally science. Everything I give you is going to come from scripture, science, and psychology. So you can literally believe whatever you want, but go and research these things for yourself, okay? So healthy relationships is a pillar of generational wealth, as well as growth and purpose. This means that you're doing things towards your personal and your spiritual growth that's actually ascending and elevating your life. So when we're talking about building generational wealth for the generation that's coming behind us, those are the 5 areas that you should be pouring into, okay? So again, financial resources, first pillar of wealth. Emotional fulfillment, second pillar of wealth. Okay. Third pillar of wealth is going to be time freedom. Fourth pillar of wealth is going to be healthy relationship. Fifth pillar, healthy relationships. Fifth pillar of wealth is going to be growth and fulfillment. Sweetheart, I can't help you with how to find a boyfriend, because if I'm being real with you, I don't believe in boyfriends. I believe you're either married or you're not. So that's not a lane I could ever help you in. That is like, it's something I could never support. I could never help you in. It's the wrong. I'm the wrong one for that. Trust me, I'm the wrong one for that, beloved. I started your course today, feminine alignment. Yes, honey, please let me know your thoughts about it. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and give y'all this so I can get back to it. Come on, you are definitely single until you get married. Because when you check the box, what it say? It say married, single, divorced, or widow. You ain't had no husband, you ain't widow. You ain't had no husband, you ain't divorced. You ain't had no husband, you ain't married. So when you file your taxes, especially if you saying head of household, what is boyfriend? I don't recognize those, so I don't know. The pillars are financial resources, emotional fulfillment, time freedom, healthy relationships, and growth and purpose. Okay, but today specifically, I'm here to talk about the wealth plateau, which means like some people have hit some highs or hit some great things in their life, but they just kind of are sitting there. I'm a person who has built a 6-figure business from the ground up. So a lot of my work is I support my clients in making more money. I've helped my clients go from 5 figures to 6 figures. If you were on my live yesterday, you saw how my client said yesterday that she made 6 figures last year by being in my membership, right, in my community. So I do this work. One of my other clients is near $1 million because she's been using the formula that I've been teaching her since 2021. So these are not things, the things that I'm telling you are not going to be things that I'm new to. These are things that I'm very true to, I live by. I think it's very important as women to understand that you don't have to hustle and overwork yourself to get things, okay? Especially when it comes down to money. Society really, the best way I can say it is, I don't know any other way to say it, but society really holds us out. And what I mean by society be holding us out is they will tell you and trick you in thinking that you have to use your mind, your heart, and your willpower to achieve all of their goals while they're taxing on your soul. They do this through the media. They do this through corporate systems. They do this through a multitude of programming, showing you things consistently that make you feel like you're not good enough. They set up systems to disconnect you from your spiritual core, because if you have no connection to your spiritual core, you have no real power. And they know that. So while a lot of people are doing a lot of talking about, oh, I'm breaking curses, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, really make sure that you're really doing these things. Because there's a lot of programming out there that will make you feel like you're doing something that you're actually not. Okay. So again, I'm getting into why a lot of high achieving women hit plateaus in wealth and health with weight loss. with life success in general. These things have happened to me. I have been almost 100 pounds heavier. Let's first start there. So I know what it's like to hit a plateau. I'm actually just coming off of a plateau, from being in space to almost hitting that 100 pound mark. I know what it's like to hit a plateau in business, to only be making maybe 5 figures a month, or only to be making maybe 4 figures a month, or maybe even sometimes clocking only 3 a month, to going to consistent 5 figure months. So a plateau specifically, it reveals something, and you just really kind of got to pay attention. So I'm going to support you specifically today by defining the wealth plateau, letting you know how this shows up in your life, why all the effort and everything you do, no matter what, why it's never enough, how you can specifically break the plateau. So I'm going to give you all of that today, and that's going to be my gift to you. Okay? Thank you so much. I lost 50 pounds and maintained it where I wanted to be. Period. See, if I could just, I'm going to be real with you. I want like 120 off me. So I really got another like 25-ish that I want to lose, and then I'm going to be good for a second. Because my 40s is about building out the body that I desire. I love myself, and I really, really like my body. But I just want a little bit more for me. Okay, nobody else, just for me. And that's who it's supposed to be for. It's supposed to be for you. It's not supposed to be for anyone else. And please, like, y'all stop doing things for people. Do them because you want to do it for yourself. Okay, do it because you want to be better. So let's go ahead and let's get straight into it. I want you to think about maybe if you had a time where you were really, really doing something and you ended up hitting a wall, and it just seemed like no matter what effort or no matter what you did in that experience or what you put into it, nothing seemed to move. This could be a relationship. This could be your relationship with money. This could be what's happening in your corporate job. This could be something that could be happening in your business, whether it's your income, whether it's your health, whether it's your goals. You're just stuck on a plateau. Put a 1 in the comments if you've ever been in that space where you just kind of felt stuck. And people on the outside will look at you and be like, oh my God, you're doing so good. And they're clapping, but they have no idea like how anxious and how like you don't feel like you've really done enough, though you know that you've done so much. So you're like all over the place, right? That's what that kind of feels like. Here's the truth that people will not tell you about plateaus, okay? You've hit a plateau. That's first and foremost. You're okay. Okay? So let's everybody take a deep breath. First and foremost, you're okay. The second thing I need you to know is that you just simply hit a plateau. That's it, okay? So let's go ahead and get into what that actually looks like. A plateau, some people call it different, right? So a plateau is normally something that happens when your actions are out of alignment with either your energy or your rhythm. See, this is the secret that they don't tell you. They don't tell you because they don't really know, okay? When a plateau happens, okay, it's normally because the actions are out of alignment with your energy and with your rhythm, okay? It's the equivalent to trying to do the right thing at the right time in the wrong place. It's the equivalent to the right package being exceptionally amazing but being delivered to the wrong address, okay? So there is something, if you've hit a plateau, whether it's with your weight, whether it's with your money, whether it's with your goals, it normally is because your action is out of alignment with your energy and your rhythm. And this happens to a lot of women because a lot of women are not in tune with their rhythm nor their energy cycles, okay? One of the biggest issues that I see with women who are not in sync with their cycle is this right here. So a lot of women will lose a lot of weight, or they will lose a certain amount of weight or make a certain amount of money, and they just kind of seem like they sit in the space. They're kind of like, what's next? What do I have to do next? When the thing is that what you do is the same thing that you've been doing, but it needs to be an adjustment that needs to happen, because guess what? Your energy cycles are now different once you lose 30 pounds. You understand what I'm saying? Your natural rhythm, your heartbeat is even different once you lose 30 pounds. You understand what I'm saying? So when you think about your energy and your rhythm, those things shift as you are slimming out, as you are, losing this weight. So you have to start paying attention to what the new energy cycles are, what your current rhythm is, okay, so that you can come off the plateau. And when you really think about this, even when you're working out, let's say on a treadmill, when you think about these things, it asks you what? Your age. It asks you how much you weigh. And then it tells you, hey, if you do this for this amount of time, this is how many calories that you're going to burn according to your age. Everything, one of my gifts, like I said, is pattern recognition. And one aspect of my human side of me is that I'm absolutely a nerd and I love science. When you begin to understand that everything is a formula, you just have to figure out what the formula is and how you fit into the formula, because you're connected to everything according to the law of oneness. Everything that has been created by the Most High is literally, anything you see on this earth is normally a mimic. It's a mimic of what the Most High has created with a bit of man perversion in it, to be honest with you. So when you begin to understand that even your body works on a formula, the earth works on a formula, like everything works on a formula. And when you begin to understand, the more, and I said this the other day, the more you know yourself, the better you can structure your life and your business. The realer you are with yourself, the longer you're going to be in business and the longer you're going to be here with yourself. It's when you admit that you have an issue and you have a problem that you can implement now a solution or ask for support for that particular problem. But it's until you take accountability. And what did I talk about yesterday, y'all? I talked about, in order to manifest and magnetize, you have to have an IRA. You have to have intentionality, understand responsibility behind that, and you have to have accountability. So that's how you magnetize and manifest things into your experience. And the reason why people are consistently magnetizing negative things into their life experience, or doing these different things like that. So when you're in a space and you're magnetizing and manifesting monstrosity of a mess to yourself, there is something going on in the area of you either not being intentional, you not taking responsibility, and you not being accountable for your participation and your part in what's magnetized to you and what you manifest for yourself. Okay, so again, that's my nerdy side because I love physics. So manifestation is nothing but a science. I understand the science of it. It's not even this woo-woo magic thing. It's literally a science, and there's an art to it. And when you understand both, it becomes easier to manifest the things that you actually desire, okay? So it makes a whole lot of difference when you understand what a plateau is. It's not anything to get upset about. It's nothing to obsess about. There's nothing to be worried about. You just need to figure out what part of my actions are not aligning with the current energy cycles, that are not aligning specifically what is happening with my rhythm, so that I can get back on track and start making more money, or I can start losing more weight. Okay, it is really, it is. That's why everything you get from me is going to come from scripture, science, and psychology. Someone asked, what's the science of magnetism? To understand magnetism, you would have to study physics. I've spent a lot of time studying physics. If you want to learn specifically more about magnetism, I'm having a masterclass where I will be teaching you how to master your natural rhythm so that you can shift what you're magnetizing into your space. It's called Magnetism Reset. There are 2 options. You can get one for $55. In that, you just get the class and the PDF. If you get the $150 option, you get not only the ticket, you get a replay, and then you also get the PDF, but you also get a month free in my private community where we have that real talk. So the things that I'm giving you now, though it's extremely valuable, it's not at the level in which I give behind the paywall in my community. Okay? So I give you life-changing information here. In my private community, I tell you specifically how to use that life-changing information to get to the next level, how to amplify your income, how to do all the things that are necessary for yourself so that you can ascend and truly have the desires of your heart. Because that's what it says in scripture, that the Most High wants to give us, the desires of our heart. But in order to get those things, you have to go within and clear out some things, okay? So, because feminine women should be able to do 3 things. You should be able to receive, release, and reject, okay? How old are you, baby? Yes, my youngest client is 19. As long as you're over the age of 18, you're going to be good. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into, I'll show you what's going on with plateaus by defining them, and then I'll help you figure out how to break free from them. You're 21, yeah, baby. You can come right on in. You can come right on in. The link is in the bio. As soon as you get your if you get the 150, you'll get your email today letting you log in to get access to all of the courses, and you will be amongst some of the most powerful leaders that will enter into 2025, because the women in that community know what time it is. So we would love to have you. It's called the Sacred Feminine League, and that comes with the $150 option. If you want to start your new year now instead of waiting until January 1st, then that definitely would be the best option. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get into defining what a wealth plateau actually looks like, okay? A wealth plateau isn't just about money. It's about, how can I say this? It's about the moment you get your results, whether it is income, weight loss, or success, and you just stop growing despite all of your efforts. Your money stopped growing. You done got 2-3 jobs. You done got a side hustle. The money seems like to still not be enough. You have tried all these diets and all these different things, and nothing seems to be working for you. It still does not seem to necessarily be enough. It feels like you're spinning your wheels and trying harder, but you're not seeing the progress that you know that you're capable of, because you know you've done this before. You know you've made this amount of money. And for those who are working 9-to-5s who are like, oh, I only make 40,000 and yada 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 a year and blah blah blah, but I'm trying to get a side hustle to do this. First of all, what you need to start telling yourself is, number one, you've made $40,000 before, and you've made it at the expense. You've made somebody else. You've made $40,000, but I guarantee you probably made your company 120. So I want you to really start thinking about that. You acquired on your own $40,000. Stop thinking about it because it came through a job. Okay? You have earned on your own $40,000. If you can make $40,000, you can make $80,000. If you can make $80,000, you can make $100,000. If you can make $100,000, you can make $1 million. And these things come from setups and systems. The more money you begin to come in too, you begin to set up systems that set you up to make more money. That's how it works. You position yourself, okay? So, like I said, a wealth plateau is not about money. It's literally the moment when you get these results and you're like, this is not what I thought. It's like working hard and getting a paycheck and you're like, I did all this for this? That's exactly what that feels like. Plateaus, like I said, are caused by mismatches. Congratulations, my love. They're caused because of you have a mismatch going on within self. There's a mismatch between your energy and your actions. When you push without being in alignment, or when you do something and it's not necessarily in alignment with who you are, you burn out instead of breaking through. And this is a perfect example for my girlies who have polycystic ovarian syndrome. Let me give you this tip. And this is because they diagnosed me with it in 2024, told me I would have all these things, all these different stuff was happening, and I reversed all those symptoms without taking any medication. Let me put you on game on something, okay? Stop trying to do all of these hard exercises that are going to drive your cortisol up, okay? Stop trying to do all these heavy exercises that you see people doing and they're losing like crazy weight. It's not going to work for you if your body is already inflamed with stress, okay? This is why women who have polycystic ovarian syndrome will be working out, and doing this and doing this and doing this, and you ain't losing no weight. Or you've hit a plateau because your body, because let me put you on game about weight, right? So let's say you shift your reality and you make a decision to start eating different. And you shift your reality and you make a decision to start moving your body. Because your body is not used to movement, because your body is not used to nutrients. Of course, in the beginning, the weight is going to come off. So the first 20, the first 30, honestly, that's your body getting used to what you're doing now. You're doing something new. You made a pivot. So it's responding to the pivot. Now, after sitting in that pivot for a while, it's no longer going to move, or you're not going to lose any more weight because it's become accustomed to what it is that you're doing. And what you're doing now does nothing for your current energy cycles. What you're doing now does nothing for your current rhythm. And because you don't understand what those two things are, what's happening is that you're sitting at a weight that you don't like. You're sitting at a weight that makes you feel uncomfortable. You're doing everything and you're wondering why these things are not working to you. Why is it that good health or weight loss is not manifesting for you or being magnetized into your reality? This is because you're doing things that don't align with you. Women do this with self-care as well. This is why a lot of women are burnt out. Y'all are listening to people on TikTok give you advice about how you should be taking care of yourself and what luxury looks like without defining it for yourself, which is why when you go to these places and you do these things that people tell you to do, they don't work for you. They're not sustainable strategies because you didn't make sure that these things actually aligned with who you are. They aligned with your values. Your friend who has 4 children, right, that are stair-step children, those particular people, okay, well, that particular mother, she wants silence. Everybody call her mama. They call her mama every 5 seconds. So she wants a break, okay? So going to the nail shop for her is a release. It's a break. It's a, she's able to do what she needs to do for herself, get peace. You as a single woman who is always by yourself, unless you are going into a spa experience that really resonates with you, going to get your nails done is not going to be as effective for you as it is for your friend that has the 4 stair-step children. Again, we're talking about misaligned energy. So people, this is why women will come to me and say things like, oh, I've been practicing self-care. I've been doing this. I've been doing that, but it doesn't work. No, you have not. See, this one I got to bust y'all bubble when y'all come to work with me, and I got to tell y'all ain't been practicing self-care. Y'all been practicing maintenance. You've been keeping yourself up, which is cool, as you should. But what you're not doing is actually caring for yourself. You have fallen into the programming of society that has monetized on the whole self-care trend to sell you basically a bunch of BS. Basically, they sell you bubble baths. They sell you things like that. They send you loofahs and all these different type of things. Oh, you can do this and practice self-care. And none of these things are penetrating to the soul. What I taught when I first stepped on the scene on these internet streets, the first thing I let people know was self-care penetrates the soul. If you're not practicing spiritual self-care, if you're not practicing mental self-care, if you're not practicing emotional self-care, if you're not practicing social self-care and practical and physical self-care, beloved, you are not taking care of self. You are not taking care of yourself. I have a book that was supposed to be released today. It's actually probably going to be released on Cyber Monday, where I break down exactly self-care in this SMEPS model that I just explained. The name of the book is called Retiring the Cape. But I'll tell y'all more about that towards the end. But anywho, I need you to understand where the wealth plateau is coming from. Why your life is at a plateau. Why your weight is at a plateau. Why your money is at a plateau. You need to understand energetics. You need to understand alignment. And you need to see exactly what is happening and what is going on. Okay? So this is why plateaus tend to happen. Okay? And we talked about how there's a mismatch, excuse me, between your energy and there's a mismatch between your actions. So there's some aspects of alignment that's an issue. I want you to think of your efforts like they are a signal, okay? If your signal is chaotic, if it's wah, 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 that's all you hear, or if it's scattered, okay, then you can't get clarity that you actually desire and that you actually deserve. What you have to understand is that the universe is an algorithm that is created by God, okay? The universal algorithm responds to the energy of your action, the energy of your thought, okay, your efforts, all of those things. Because your actions are all over the place. Are you trying this new diet? You trying this new situation? You trying this new trend they told you on TikTok so you can make $1,000? You're trying this new trend to go from 4 figures to 5 figures. You're trying all these things. You're doing all this DIY, pulling apart from what people are giving you. You're scattered, which is why the universal algorithm cannot even respond with a reward. You get confusion. You sow seeds of being all over the place, and the universal algorithm rewards you with a mind of confusion. You're scattered. See, and if we want to apply this when it comes down to relationships, we can do that too. For those who say that they want relationships and they do boyfriends and all those things, right? If you say that that is what you want, then why do you allow your energy to be scattered with somebody who is not wanting to offer you that? The universal algorithm is responding to you being all over the place about what you want, which is why you're asking, what are we? And these are questions that you should not even having to be asking. Okay? Because clarity should be involved before you even enter into a thing. All right? So let's go ahead and get into how this shows up in your life. I talked about what a wealth plateau is, why they tend to happen, what to look for, and I'm going to tell you like how this really shows up in a lot of women's lives on a daily that I end up talking to. Maybe you've been eating healthy, maybe you've been exercising, but the scale hasn't moved for weeks. That's not just, how can I say this? That's because your body isn't just physical. Okay? It's energetic. You are a spirit being having a human experience that's also having a biological experience. It's a lot of energetics happening in that space. Okay? One of my modalities is that I'm an energetic psychology practitioner. So I study emotions on a cellular level, and I study how emotions make you sick. So I've studied how you being stressed out could make you have type 2 diabetes. Because you think the type 2 diabetes is coming from you actually eating the sugar, when in reality the type 2 diabetes is actually coming from your inability to be able to manage your emotions, which causes you to eat processed sugar and force that down to get that false hit of dopamine, because that's what makes you feel good. So you're going to do what makes you feel good because you don't know how to manage your emotional responses. And when you continue to do that, it becomes chronic. And when you have chronic processed sugar, it begins to break down the organs. And once it breaks down the organs, like it does, now you're in the doctor's office and they're telling you that you have type 2 diabetes. So you have to understand that all of these things have a root to them. Okay? And you have to really start paying attention to that root. Your body isn't just physical. Your body is energetic. Okay? When stress, imbalance, and misaligned habits creep in, they block you being able to progress as a woman. Okay? Impulsive spending, that's a sign of lack of emotional control. Okay? I have a friend who actually has a course that helps people reverse that. Her name is Sasha Rosa, health coach. I want you to go follow her because she helps women in that space. And if you do struggle with anemia, you need to hurry up and get on that before December 31st, 2024, ASAP. She has reversed and helped a lot of women do their work. Her name is, again, Sasha Rosa, Rosa, okay, health coach. And she has helped women in that area. And you need to get on that ASAP, especially because you're 21. Because if you do it now at 21, you won't mess around and have issues in your womb at 31. Every woman, and I'm telling you something. I'm telling you something without telling you something, okay? The body will show you signs for years that there's trouble. And what I need you to do is when it comes down to your iron, don't ever play with that. Especially if you get to the point where you get so tired to where you feel like you can't get out of bed. And also, you have very stronger periods. You need to hurry up and get on top of that. Because 10 years later, I don't want you to be in the hospital and they're telling you have fibroids. Because they can't really see what's going on now. Go ahead and go follow her. Okay? She can help you with that. So again, let's get into how this shows up in your life. Again, if you have a wealth or a weight loss or a health plateau, you're so welcome. It's because regardless of how much exercising and eating healthy that you're doing, the scale is not moving because you don't understand the energetics of your body. If you can't work out, you can't be stressed and then work out on top of that stress and then be imbalanced and then have bad habits. This is why they tell you no matter, you can't outwork a bad diet. Because your habits impact your health. You understand what I'm saying? On a multitude of ways. And I really need you to grasp that and truly, truly understand that. Because when you are stressed, when you are imbalanced internally, okay, it causes problem with your womb. And a lot of it is due to your misaligned habits. You tear your body up with food because you don't value yourself. You don't value your temple. You don't value your temple You know what I'm saying? Because of things that have been put within you programming wise. See, when you are raised, because a lot of people, and I saw this post, and I want us to stop lying, because a lot of us are lying. I saw a post that said, when you were raised on love versus raised on survival, it's very different. A lot of people who think that they were raised on love were raised actually on survival. If you eat your emotions, you were raised on survival. If you impulsively spend, you were raised on survival. Because what that lets everyone know who is in your space, okay, is that there was no training on or programming on how to fuel your temple. So if you use food to soothe your emotions, what that reveals is there was no strategy on how to center yourself, that those things were not vital in your household. See, your habits tell a story about you, is what you have to understand. And your habits and your energy and your thoughts are magnetizing things to you, such as bad health. You are manifesting bad health. You are manifesting piss poor relationships. See, this is what we have to be honest about. A lot of people will say all the time, I love myself, I'm this and I'm that, and I do this. Show me your relationships and I'm going to show you you. Show me your relationship with money, show me your relationship with food, and I'll tell you about your relationship with men. Because all of those things were connected. Show me your relationship with food, show me your relationship with money. I will tell you about your relationship with time. I will tell you about your relationship with men. Because all four of those things are connected. All four, because they all have to do with energetics. They all have to do with magnetism. They all have to do with what is being manifested. And all of those things are dependent upon you, because it tells you in scripture, so a man thinking in his heart, so is he. Who you are in your subconscious mind is what you entertain, baby. So this is why you see the pretty girl who deals with a guy who disrespects her, because she dishonors herself. She is a dishonor to herself. A woman who can't stand her own reflection is always a woman who is going to betray herself. And she has no problem betraying another woman. She has no problem betraying anyone, because she does not value herself. You can't not value your reflection and think that you're going to reflect or see in the people in your life, the reflections in your life, love. You don't give these things to yourself. You don't honor yourself. You are magnetizing these things into your experience. And it's very important for you to pay attention to that. Okay? Here's the second way that it shows up in your life, not just weight loss. Okay? Number 2, we got a wealth plateau. So let's talk about it in the area of financial resources, because I've already went through how wealth is not money. Wealth is financial resources, emotional fulfillment, time freedom, healthy relationships, and growth and purpose. So when you're saying that you're building generational wealth, watch your mouth. And the reason why I say watch your mouth, because you're going to be held responsible for what you say. So don't let society trick you into believing that wealth is money, and that's what it's about. You can leave as many life insurance policies for your children if you want to, but if you don't give them the wisdom necessary to identify healthy relationships, they may marry somebody, they may take that check. See, y'all not thinking. Y'all not thinking. While y'all leaving that money, you're not telling this child that money is not the end all be all, is not going to provide a form of emotional fulfillment. So they're going to have to find something to do with that money that is going to support them in the area of emotional fulfillment. But no, you didn't tell them that. You didn't teach them that. So guess what? They're blowing the money so they could feel good. They're making their friends feel good. They're making everybody else feel good, but themselves. They're loving on everybody else in action but themselves. So when you're saying that you're building generational wealth, watch your mouth. Because a lot of y'all not about that life. Because it would require you to lead by example, which would mean that number 1, hey, my love, number 1, you would be building financial resources. Number 2, you would be revealing and showing what emotional fulfillment looks like. Number 3, you would be showing what time freedom looks like. Number 4, you would be showing what healthy relationships look like, starting with a healthy relationship with yourself. And number 5, you would be showing them what growth and purpose looks like. You would not just be handing them over a life insurance policy, because that's ridiculous. Y'all ever give somebody $1 million who ain't never seen no money before? Why would you do that? Does that make any sense? Why? Because the people told y'all that. Y'all gonna set these children up to get that money taken. Because y'all not even putting the money in the right places. Y'all just leaving them policies. Y'all not putting it in no trust. See, y'all letting these folks finna turn around and tax all them. Y'all don't know. But you let people get online and tell you to get an LLC in your child's name and that you're really setting them up for generational wealth, all while you maintain a relationship where you are getting your head knocked between a washer and dryer. But you building generational wealth. We have got to stop lying. We have got to stop lying. But let me go ahead and get to this next wealth plateau. Because we talked about, in the sense of weight, what that looks like. So let's talk about you showing up in your business every day, right? You're showing up in your business every day. You're working so hard. I'm talking about you the hardest working person. Everybody is clapping for you. Your friends are excited. Your family is so excited. Everybody is just like, oh my God, you're doing it. Right? But your income is flatline. And money is the blood of your business. And baby, you need a transfusion. But yet you got a business, so people are so excited. It's not that the strategy isn't working, because let me be honest with you. Going live, you can make money. Emails, you can make money. Social media posts, you can make money. Talking to people in person, you can make money. I have made money from all of those different aspects. I have written a post and made 4K. Like it's not, I'm sorry, 4 figures. It's not that it's not possible. Okay? It's extremely possible. The thing is that, again, the reason why you've hit a plateau is because the Most High gave you a plan when you started this business. See, you were supposed to go this way. But you started watching these girls on TikTok, and they was telling you that they was making 5 figures a month and they was making 6 figures a month, and you started following them and you got off the plan. See, without a vision, the people gonna perish, and you got off the path of the vision. So you started doing what they doing these things, you going live, you doing this and you doing that, and I'm talking about you creating all the video content when your gift is in writing. See, you would make a lot of money if you just made posts. You would make a lot of money if you just wrote emails. You would make a lot of money if you just wrote in white pages. See, I don't even know about white pages, and I'm gonna let you go look that up for yourself, because I'm not gonna tell you. See, it's a lot of ways for you to be able to make money, but the problem is you're trying to create video content when you are the writer. That's your money maker. But because you're not in alignment with that, and that's how you started. You started that way, but you got off the path because you saw the shiny new object. And when you saw that shiny new object, you started doing what they were doing, and that is why you've hit a plateau. Your actions and your energy ain't aligned. You're not in line with your rhythm. You're completely out of alignment, which is why your money has plateaued. Okay? So it is so vital and so important that you understand every single strategy that most of these people are going to give you. It could work. It's about finding the strategy that actually works for you, and that's in alignment with you, which is why I teach alignment. So if you wonder why the women come to work with me attract better relationships, make more money, have more time freedom, are more emotionally fulfilled, they have financial resources, they actually build generational wealth, it's because I teach them the principles of getting in alignment. And once you are in alignment, it is a feminine woman's position to learn how to receive, release, and reject. So she's going to always win. Y'all think it's about working hard. It's not. Haven't y'all caught on to that? Where has the American dream gotten a lot of people? Haven't you worked hard? Do you have your White House with a picket fence, 2.5 kids and a dog? No? I didn't think so. So why are we still believing in systems that actually show that they're not sustainable? They're not really true. Okay? It's not the strategy that's the problem, that you're working so hard that you've hit a plateau in your business. It's your energy that's the problem. Your actions lack alignment. They lack the alignment needed to create sustainable momentum. Y'all rely on motivation, and motivation ain't real. Let me help y'all out. Motivation isn't real, guys. It's not. Motivation is not real. Momentum is real, though. And in order to create sustainable momentum, it requires alignment, beloved. It requires you being at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. So it resonates with the right people, and you reap the reward because you're sowing value. That's how you make money. How have I built my business to 6 figures and beyond? Because that's how I make money. I understand spiritual law, and I position myself to be in alignment with that law. And there are rewards that come from being in alignment with that law. And When you hit a plateau, you just got to start assessing and asking yourself where you stand in position when it comes down to that law. But if you don't know law, you'll keep doing what society told you, which is to work harder, have 2 jobs. I've never seen a person with 2 jobs or 3 jobs and a side hustle that ever had enough money. Never. Thank you, my love, for these likes and follows. I've never seen it. I'm waiting on it. They never seem to get ahead. Why is that? Because it's not about you working hard. That's what you miss. See, let me tell you the biggest scam of all time, how they get y'all and how they continue to get people over and over. They put people in front of you that appear to be very wealthy, or they're so-called wealthy and so-called rich and all these things. And these people are the ones that tell you that, yes, you can get to where I am by working hard. And a lot of these people know doggone well that a lot of their starts began with a wealth transfer. A lot of these individuals that you were talking about that are the rich, it started with a wealth transfer at birth. See, they taught them, let me tell you the truth. They taught them, yeah, this is the financial resources. We're going to set the tone with this one. You actually do this to get emotional fulfillment. You buy your way out of the corporate matrix so you can get time freedom. The way you make more money is you building healthy relationships. Ding, 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 ding. And through that, you reveal and show your purpose and growth. See, they set them up with a wealth transfer from the beginning. They have these principles and they understand these things from the beginning. So they have no qualms about getting in front of you and lying about how they attain the wealth that they have. See, and like, y'all gonna listen to me, y'all gonna hear me one day when I keep telling you, anytime there is a wealth transfer, there's always going to be a sacrifice. And the sacrifice either is happening on the front end or the back end. If you are a person who is building a business, which is going to be a vehicle towards generational wealth for your family, what you are doing is sacrificing on the front end. You're sacrificing time. You're sacrificing energy. You're sacrificing attention so that you can build the financial resources for those that are coming behind you, right? The sacrifice is in your being. You making the decision to do that. And a lot of the sacrifice that's happening, you won't even probably benefit from a lot of it. A lot of what I do, I don't have any biological children, but a lot of what I do is going to benefit those who come after me. Okay? A lot of what I do is going to benefit. I'm going to reap some of the benefits, but the majority of it is going to live beyond me. And I'm okay with that. So that is what a legacy is. And feminine women are all about legacy. We're legacy-driven women. Okay? So it's very important for you to understand your value and understand what wealth really is. If there is no wealth transfer happening on the front end where there's a sacrifice of time, energy, or attention, let me tell you something. The wealth transfer is happening on the back end. And I had this conversation. I'm going to say this, because I said I wasn't going to talk about this no more. And I ain't talking about it no more, but I'm going to talk about it in a different way. But I need the women on here to grasp. Now, I know that society, thank you, my love. I know that society has told you to go after men and get their money. Okay? The idea of that was to get you to lower yourself. Okay? To be able to get this money. Because what they don't tell you is that with every wealth transfer, there is a sacrifice. If you as a woman make it your motivation and your intention to solely go after men with money, and that man comes into agreement with you to make that type of contract with you, right? To provide you with that money, and you're solely dependent upon that money. And if it seemed seamless, it seemed easy, it seemed like it wasn't no problem, it seemed like you didn't have to do nothing to get that, what you better understand is there's going to be a sacrifice on the back end. And if you don't know the person that you're dealing with, you don't know what kind of deviance you're going to have to deal with on the back end. See, this is how people get access to your children. Because you're so eager. See, this is how you get caught up in the realm of deceptive, degenerate things that you decided you really didn't want to be a part of, but because you wanted that transfer so bad, you didn't realize what you was going to have to sacrifice. See, a lot of people don't understand that. Even, and I talked about this yesterday, a sign-on bonus is a wealth transfer. Do you know what that company is saying? We're going to pay you up front because you're going to pay for it later. That's basically what they're telling you. We're going to pay you this up front because we gonna get it back. We going to get it back from you. All these apartments. Oh, we have 2 months free where you can come, and we got 2 months off. You better know, at every wealth transfer, there is a sacrifice, baby. So you either sacrificing on the front end or the back end. And see, for me, I'm like Aretha Franklin, baby. Give my check up front. Give my money right here. Give me right now. So we gonna start this thing all right. I'm gonna sing, and you gonna have my money ready at the end of this. That's the time and the sacrifice. It ain't nothing else. Run it to me. I'm gonna give the time. I'm gonna give the energy. I'm gonna give the attention, the focus, the effort up front, and then you gonna run it to me. Because like sis just said, I know a lot of y'all don't like and will say things like, oh, I don't like the 48 Laws of Power book. It's a manipulative book. It's a book you need to learn. You need to study your adversary. See, that's why y'all keep getting played. Because you give permission to people to play you when you don't pay attention, when you don't read. You need to know the tactics of your enemy. The reason why, and I'm talking about this on Monday, so for those who are joining my Sacred Feminine League community, I'm talking about men who operate in the spirit of narcissism and how they're really warlocks. And I'm going to show how they're warlocks and what they do to keep you in that cycle where they siphon your energy. See, you don't even understand that because you don't understand your own energy cycles. You don't understand your own energy cycles, which is why corporate systems, men, family will continue to suck and siphon your energy in the name of you being a good person, in the name of you being a friend, in the name of you being everybody's somebody, in the name of you being the backbone. See, y'all don't understand how demonic activity really works. Y'all don't really get it. Because you would not realize how many demonic forces and spaces that you make room for in your life by just not knowing your identity. It's when you're arguing with a person about how, or with a man specifically about how they don't know your worth, it's not that that man doesn't know your worth. He knew your worth when he saw you. He knew your value when he came up to you. But over time, what he has realized is that you don't know your value. And I've never seen a sucker not get lit. So what's the remedy of not getting lit? Don't be a sucker. So how do I not be a sucker? Don't give permission and don't participate in experiences that can play you. Always be paying attention, because nobody can play you without your permission, your participation, of the fact that you simply were not paying attention. Point blank, period, the end. People who are paying attention don't get played. People who are paying attention come in like this. Oh, okay. So you the player. Nice to meet you. I'm the coach. Team. See, that, and they don't even know they've entered into that agreement. See, when people come in trying to think they're going to play me. Oh, okay. So you you the player. That's me in my mind. Oh, okay. You one of them. Okay. Got it. Hate. I'm finna have to show you I got the playbook though. See, when you understand scripture, science, and psychology, you really can't be scammed. I promise you can't be scammed. When you understand the science of physics and magnetism and attraction, you'll always be able to attract whatever it is you want. You'll realize that you're in control of what you attract. You will. You'll realize these things. When you come into understanding those things, you will hit less and less plateaus, because you will immediately recognize when the energy is off, when the rhythm is off, how to shift, how to pivot, and put yourself back in position to receive. Because everything comes back to magnetism and manifestation and what it is that you're doing. So if you've hit a plateau, like I said, I've told you why you probably hit it, and I've given you a couple of reasons of how it may show up. But let's do this again. Okay? Let's go to emotions, for example. When it comes down, you've hit maybe a plateau with your personal growth. You've hit a plateau with where you are in your life, and you want more for yourself, right? But guess what? You've been doing all the work. All the work the TikTok gurus been telling y'all. You've been meditating. See, I'm finna get on y'all now. You've been meditating. You've been journaling. You've been setting goals. But you ain't moved your feet. Why is that? Why is that? Do you wonder? Why is that? Why is it that every year you set the goal for you to work out and be consistent and do this and do that, and you don't follow through? I'm talking about, we buy up all the planners. See, the planner people know when to put the planners out, because they know you're going to buy the planners and not do nothing with the planners. They know you're going to blow the money. Just like Planet Fitness know to run that deal around, because they know you're not really coming, but you cool with paying $12, $20 a month, because you don't really think that's anything. You're not thinking about how it adds up. But you're not thinking about the fact that you're paying $20 and a million other people are paying $20. So they are making bank on your head because you're not in tune, in alignment with yourself to keep your own word. Because if you committed to doing that for 6 months, you wouldn't even have a year membership. Because after 6 months, you see such massive results, you'll probably shift to something else. Because guess what? The energy cycles are different. So the cardio that you were doing on the treadmill maybe is not as, maybe you want to up level it and you want a trainer to do strength training. Okay? You really have to think about this. Why are you stagnant when you journaling and you meditating and you writing things down 50 million times? That's because transformation requires aligned action, not just intention. Y'all are writing intentions. They keep telling y'all, set intentions, set intentions. Where is your aligned action, though? But I'm saying, where is that at? Where is it? Because that's what's missing. We're not in alignment, or you're doing things that actually don't align. Here's the uncomfortable truth that people need to realize, specifically women. Hustling harder, working harder in any scenario, whether you are in a relationship, whether you are working out to lose weight, whether you are making money, the more harder you work in that scenario, in that experience, the deeper the plateau is, and the longer you sit exactly in that space. The more you nag that man about marrying you is after 5 years. The more you nag about that, the longer you sit in that relationship. The longer you sit there in those spaces and you have no aligned actions, the deeper the plateau, the deeper depression you get. Like, I just want you to think about it. Effort without alignment. Hear me. Think about this in a relationship too. And even in a friendship, effort without alignment drains your energy. It creates resistance, okay, instead of results. Do you hear what I'm saying? Okay? Because when we don't like to listen, we like to take one thing and be like, oh, I'm going to do that. And then the one thing work, but you don't do the rest of what comes with it. And then you want to come back and be mad at the folks on social media. Like I told y'all yesterday, this is why a lot of black creators, content creators are now women. We're doing a lot of gatekeeping. Because truthfully, a lot of y'all are too irresponsible and not taking the fullness of what you need to do. Y'all want to manifest and magnetize things without intention. Oh no, I'm sorry. Y'all want intention. Intention is cool, but you don't want the responsibility or the accountability of what you've manifested or what you've magnetized into your life experience. And that is where you are messing up. Then y'all want to get online and blame people and say that their programming is damaging, when in reality, your actions are what's damaging. Your inability to pay attention, what you give permission to, what you participate in is dangerous. That's what's dangerous. And a lot of people are truly gatekeeping because you can't be trusted to honor all elements of that. You will not manifest and magnetize amazing things into your space unless you are prepared with the response to take the responsibility and the accountability necessary when things happen. It literally tells you in scripture, to whom much is given, much is required, baby. Y'all don't want to be required to do nothing. And that is the crazy part to me. You cannot want to manifest a multitude of things and you don't want to be responsible. How you want to be a 6-figure business owner and you don't want to do right by your taxes? Like, y'all need to grow up. How do you want to manifest new health in a new body when you're not ready to really do the work and change your eating habits? You won't even walk. You won't even walk. And then you want y'all. And let me say this. If you are 20 and you are 30 years old, stop listening to these 40-something. I'm going to be 41, not this Sunday coming up, but next Sunday. Let me put you on game. I'm not hurting. My bones ain't aching. I ain't over here like, ooh, oh my God, I'm sore. La 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 la. Why? Because I moved. See, I made sure in my 30s to build a habit of working out and moving, baby. I will walk 10,000 steps, 12,000 steps if I feel like it. I just have fallen in love with walking. I look at it as it's a nature walk. And because of that, my circulation is doing what it needs to do. And I'm not over here talking about, ooh, my bad, ooh, this, ooh, that. Stop listening to them. They ain't got no motion, and that's their problem. They not moving, and that's their problem. It's real sedentary with what you do, and that's their problem. So your 20s and your 30s set you up for 40, and your 40s set you up for 50 and 60. So do with that what you will. Because I'm going to be fine at 60. And y'all ain't going to be able to find me, baby. I'm going to be fine on somebody's beach, okay? For real. So really get some real understanding about what you want for yourself. Okay? Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Working harder, hustling, it only deepens the plateau. Stop working hard in that relationship, baby. That man ain't changed his mind. Please. Figure it out. Get your strength up and relieve yourself. Release yourself. See, feminine women should be able to release, receive, and reject. You can't receive nothing new because you won't release that fool off your team. Okay? Please. Cut it out. Get rid of the things. Release in order to receive, and reject it what don't align. Stop going out with anybody just because you... Please stop, y'all. Because you're not understanding energetically what you're attracting in your life, and then you want to get mad and be like, it's everyone else's fault. I don't know why I have such a big heart. I helped this person do this. I helped this person do that, and they did this. You helping everybody but yourself. You helping everybody but yourself, which is why you're not getting what it is that you desire and what it is that you want. Effort without alignment, again, is going to drain your energy. It is going to create resistance instead of results. Your body, your wealth, and your energy are interconnected, beloved. Thank you so much for these gifts. Okay? Again, your body, your wealth, and your energy are interconnected. Which one is misaligned? That's what you need to ask yourself, and why you at a plateau with your money, with your weight, with this relationship. You the problem and you the solution. Let me help you out. Did you hear what I said? If you don't like what's going on in your life, from your close, it's your fault. You are the problem, but you are also the solution. Do with that as you will. Do with that as you will. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. For example, pushing through stress in your health journey can sabotage your body's ability to lose weight. When you need to take a rest day, you need to take a rest day, baby. The same goes for your money. It's not about just doing a whole lot more. It's about aligning your actions with your rhythm, but you gotta know your rhythm. How do I break the plateau? I know this what y'all probably like. Okay, so all this, how I break the plateau, what I need to do, I got you, Pimp. Number one, intentionality. And we talked about this yesterday in the IRA. Breaking through starts with clarity. Are you clear on what you really want, what your actions are reflecting, or are you caught up in patterns? What's going on? What else is going on is this. Once you get clear, because you have intentionality, you have to master your personal rhythm. You as a woman have 4 phases of your menstrual cycle. And I know y'all keep trying to do this on your own and some of y'all refuse to come and want to come do this work to work with me, but y'all want to try to do it on your own. And hey, do it if you can. But if you could, you would already had it done. I'm just saying. Rhythm mastery is very specific. It's very personal. Women who I have supported in helping them sync with their cycle realize that they have their own unique formula. So though you may be able to go online, baby, and Google the 4 phases of your cycle, which are menstrual, follicular, ovulation, and luteal, I'll tell you right here, you will not be able to understand what else you need to do to get in sync with your rhythm. That's only one way. That's only one element of what you need to do. There's more. And a lot of that is scattered all over the internet. And if you want to continue to be scattered, then you know what the universal algorithm is going to feed you. It's going to feed you confusion. If you want to be more clear, you have to make a decision to be intentional, number one. Number two, you have to master your own personal rhythm. Plateaus occur specifically when you ignore your natural rhythms. That's why you keep doing the same workout even though you're not losing weight, because that was the one you started with. You're ignoring the changes in the rhythm and the energy within your body because you don't understand it. You're not in tune. And they don't teach us this in school, because if they taught you this in school, a lot of y'all women wouldn't work for corporate America, because you would realize that corporate America puts you under a spell. And they also understand your energy cycles as women, which is why they hire a bunch of women, even though they still would turn around and pay men more money. Because they know you don't know your value. They know you don't know that you can amplify and that you actually expand. You still have a hormonal cycle even if you have menopause, even if you're in menopause. And I teach that in one of my courses as well. So they understand your energy cycles, you don't. And because you don't understand your energy cycles, they tax on your soul by using your mental energy, your emotional energy, and your willpower, which those things are made up of your soul. Your soul is made up of your mindset, your heart set, and your willpower. So they take those things, they put you under a soul contract when you sign the line saying that you work for them, and they tax on your soul to meet their goals. You ain't know, did you? I want you to pay attention to that. They tax on your soul to meet their goals. Yes, I have a course called How to Align with Your Authentic Feminine Design. You can click the link in the bio to get access to that. It's $247, and you can get it with Klarna, Farm, and Afterpay. It walks you through the entire process: soul alignment, emotional energy management, mental commitment, because women struggle with mental commitment, as well as practical self-care, which encompasses everything. And then it also supports you with the bonus training, three bonus trainings actually, but one of them is about building intentional relationships, because again, like I always tell people, relationships are the real riches. See, relationships is what put you in rooms. Relationships is what increases your revenue. It's the word of mouth of people who sit in places that position you for ascension as well. So understanding and being intentional in building those relationships is very vital. So it works through all of that, and it's called How to Align with Your Authentic Feminine Design, and you click the link in the bio to get access to that. Your body, and let's talk about this rhythm mastery real quick. This is the second way that you break your plateau. Like I said, plateaus happen when you ignore your natural body's energy or your natural rhythms. Your body, your business, and your energy operate in cycles. See how I just told y'all beforehand that specifically when we're talking about how your body, your wealth, and your energy are interconnected. Well, your body, your business, and your energy operate in cycles. And it's important for you to understand those cycles, okay? If you are forcing productivity, okay, when your energy is low, this is what a mistake that a lot of women make. You're building resistance instead of results. If you are in the menstrual phase of your cycle and you are working extremely hard during that time frame, you throw off the body from its follicular phase, the ovulation phase, and the luteal phase, which throws your body into hormonal imbalance. But see, they don't tell you that. Society told you to pacify your period by giving you pain pills, telling you to take birth control, and all these other things that they knew would disrupt your ability to attract. Because it's a scientific fact that birth control impacts your ability to make decisions. It impacts your critical thinking skills. They don't tell you that, though, while they're giving it to you. They don't tell you that Depo-Provera, okay, messes around and makes you lose your edges. You lose bone mass. See, this is why your knee was popping out. See, all these things they don't really tell you about, these false hormones that you're putting into your body. See, you don't really understand what's really going on. You don't know. See, they know your energy cycles, and they know what to give you to weaken those cycles to make you more submissive to their systems. But because you're not aware of that and you don't understand that, you blindly submit to systems that keep you stagnant. It's true, because I was on birth control for 2 years and ended up in a psychiatric hospital, baby. Listen, it happens more than what people realize. I made a post one time on my personal Facebook page just asking women about birth control, and the comments that women gave me after getting off birth control was insane. The things that they noticed about themselves. It impacts your decision making. See, they don't tell you that, though. You think you like this person and you sleep with this person, you don't even like them for real. If you were in your right mind and you would not like them. These are the things that you really have to start thinking about. Again, your body, your business, and your energy operates in cycles. If you are forcing productivity when your energy is low, you are building resistance instead of results. You're building resistance within the body. You're building stress within the body. When the body has, y'all keep seeing how TikTok keep promoting And how society keeps promoting, oh, it's your cortisol. Oh, it's your cortisol. Oh, it's your cortisol. You need cortisol levels. Y'all see how they talking about that? Let me tell you, let me tell you why they talking about that. Or let me put you on game. When your cortisol levels get so high, your body basically begins to eat itself. You get this illness called Cushing's disease. And I want you to just go look that up. Cushing's disease. And it basically is a result of you being a chronic stressed person. So if you basically spent your entire life being stressed out and your cortisol levels are extremely high like that, it pushes your body to basically devour itself. Your arms right here, forearms start getting extremely skinny. It's a whole bunch of stuff that really starts to happen. And it's all because of the cortisol. But see, now they're selling you solutions to cortisol after they made y'all stressed out. How about them apples? They put all this fear-mongering content out here to make you afraid of every single thing. They put all this fear-mongering content out here to have you stress the hell out. Just to turn around and raise your cortisol levels and then turn around and try to sell you a solution for those cortisol levels that they have raised. They pollute your food. They do all these different things to raise these things within you and then turn around and sell you a solution. You better start paying attention to how your body, your business, like I said, and your energy, they operate in cycles. Society knows your cycles. The corporate system knows your cycles. The government knows your cycles. Everybody knows your cycles but you. Ain't that sad? Quite sad, actually. So let's get into the third aspect of once you have developed intentionality. So that's the first way for you to break the plateau. Now that you've gotten to a space of rhythm mastery, let's get into the aspects of energy alignment. It's time to stop pushing and start aligning. You have no power when you are forcing things. Power is not force. It never has been. It never has been. And I know a lot of people believe that. And even when you look at people or celebrities who try to use force as power, it's never ended up correct for them. Let me tell you something. Corruption in celebrity world always go down for 3 reasons. It's always 3 reasons why it goes down. Number 1, smacks. See, they got see, that's what I'm saying. They got a deviance in that area and it's got a hold of them. Money. They got a deviance in that area or a worship in that area problem that's causing them issues. Or power, corruption. It's one of the 3. Every time somebody go down for something, it's either because of smacks, a sexual deviance, money, properly deviance in that area or deviant in there or degenerate in that area, power, abuse in that area. It's one of the 3 every single time. This is why Dr. Miles Monroe said that every level you rise to, you need to fix your underclothes. Because at every new level, there's something you need to work on within yourself, whether it's ego. Because, baby, if you jump from 0 to making $1 million, that ego could jump real high. Okay? That ego can jump real high. Hell, if you go from 0 to 6 figures, that ego can get real high. You go from 0 to 50. That ego could get real high. And if we don't check the ego, in a minute, the ego gonna check you, but the ego don't like to check you till you get to the top. It's something about the enemy that loves for you to be publicly embarrassed. The enemy loves for you to be publicly embarrassed. The enemy loves for you to fall so high off the wall like Humpty Dumpty, because once you get to the bottom where you in the vibrational state of shame, now we can start playing mind tricks on you. Now we can start playing the type of mind tricks on you that make you want to take yourself out. Now we can start playing the type of mind tricks that make you want to take other people out. See, this is what, when it says the enemies come to steal, kill, and destroy, the enemy's objective, first and foremost, is to turn you into your own enemy, to make you hate your own reflection. So how do you end up hating your own reflection? You do things to violate yourself, baby. You say yes to things you need to say no to because you lack faith. You compromise your ethics and yourself, for $1. See, the enemy does nothing but put what you claim you want in front of you and see what you are going to do to obtain it. What are you willing to do for this wealth transfer? What you finna shake? You gonna get it how you live? You gonna start off from the bottom? Or you gonna just let me give it to you? It's a little sacrifice on the end, but you got it. It's not a big deal. It's not that steep. You only got to do it one time. See, and then you do it one time, and that's the one time you get videotaped. You do it one time, that's the one time you get caught. You do it one time, that's the one time that you feel like you actually got some power, so you think you can do it again. And when you do it again, because it's something about when the enemy allows you to get comfortable being your own enemy, that he just allows you to fall to the ground and you fall into a bunch of pieces. Now you're easier to play with. You're easier to manipulate. Because anything that has your attention for a long period of time has the potential to manipulate your energy. From a man, from a job, from anything. See, this is how y'all get sucked up with these corporations staying for 30 years. And then y'all want to get mad at them that they don't care about you. You gave your attention, which your energy came from that aspect of it. And when you give your attention to something and your energy is manipulated, that is how you waste time, baby. That's why you've been in a relationship like that for a long period of time, even though you know that's something that you need to be out of, because you started liking something. You started giving your attention to something that honestly you didn't even like in the beginning. And now it's manipulated your energy into thinking that you actually like it. So now you've given it even more time. You've given it years. And when that thing decides and realizes, hey, I don't really like you. I don't really like you. So now you guess what the wealth transfer looks like on that end? You sacrificed your time, your energy, your attention by pouring into someone, and that wealth transfer is going somewhere else. They're going to take everything that you have poured into them, and they're going to do what? Transfer it somewhere else. Energy alignment. Align your actions with the high phases or the high energy phases for massive results. Understanding your energy cycles and aligning with the phases of your energy cycles when you are in high spaces is going to be very vital to your success. It's going to be very vital to your growth. It's going to be very vital to you building wealth. Okay? I need you to really understand that if you want to break your plateau, whether it's weight, whether it's money, whether it's in friendships or relationships, intentionality is required, rhythm mastery is required, energy alignment is required. And these are things that we consistently have to assess over and over and over again. Breaking through a plateau isn't about doing anything more, it's about doing things differently. It's about aligning with your rhythm at that time so that every single action creates more momentum for you to be consistent. Now, if you don't know how to do these things and you struggle with these things and you know that you want to magnetize different things into your life experience, or you want to manifest different things into your life experience, then I'm going to show you this in the Magnetism Reset class, masterclass that I'm having on 12/11. It's going to be at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is $55. That's just the basic ticket. The basic ticket just gets you admission and it gets you the PDF that goes with it. If you get the VIP ticket, which is $150, you get access to my community for the entire month of December, where we have 4 group coaching sessions that you will be in on every single Monday. I provide videos for my community every single Friday that gives them the strategy to execute what we have talked about on Monday. And on this coming Monday, I've talked about how we're going to be talking about narcissistic men specifically, and how not to be tricked by warlocks, because that's what they are, warlocks. So the things that I speak about in the Sacred Feminine League are sacred. So a lot of the things where I talk about gatekeeping, they get all of that from me. They get to ask me whatever questions they want. They get to pick my brain, utilize all my gifts and all these things in their experiences. And these women's lives are shifting and changing. I've talked about how my clients have lost 40 or more pounds. My clients have made more money. My clients have attracted funding in different spaces. The clients in that community, their lives are shifting. Okay? And if you want to elevate, if you want to magnetize, and you want to manifest differently in your experiences, okay, then this masterclass is going to support you in that. So let's talk about what I'm teaching in this masterclass and why it is that powerful and what you're going to get from it, okay? So in the Magnetism Reset Masterclass, which is basically master your rhythm, authentic rhythm in 30 days, you're going to learn the following. You're going to learn how to use cycle syncing to anticipate your emotional highs and lows. so that you learn how to stay in control. Because a woman who can control her emotions is a woman who does not emotionally eat. It's a woman who does not emotionally spend, impulsively spend. This is a woman who is a master of her time, her energy, her attention, and most of all, her money, baby. Because she understands that she is made up of all of these things. So she does not worship these things. She properly stewards herself to expand these things. Okay, so the second thing that we're going to do is that you're going to learn how to develop simple techniques to align your income generating activities with the most powerful phases of your cycle. I don't think you understand there are times when your brain works sharper, and that is when you need to be working in that. The third aspect is this: you're going to understand the exact steps when it comes down to transforming your mood, your money, and your movement, and learning how to use them or turn them into sustainable tools of success. Like I said, I'm not a weight loss coach. However, I have lost almost 100 pounds. My clients have lost 40, 50, 60 pounds. Some of them are still losing. So a lot of this is connected. Your mood, your money, and movement are connected because the money moves on a flow, which is why you hear terms like bank, riverbank, streams of income. Money is water. Just like how you turn on the faucet and it's running, that's exactly how money runs. So if money is not flowing to you, that means that you're lacking in some area, because money follows and locks in. Money will entertain certain things, but money locks into three specific things. Money locks into high vibration. Money locks into alignment, and money locks into value. And if you can articulate these things, and if these things are oozing off of you, then you will become a money magnet. You will realize it's not hard for you to be able to actually make money. Okay? So in that class, we're going to be teaching that. Those are the three things I'm going to be teaching. Like I said, it's $55 for you to be able to get access, regular access. $150 for you to get access and get a copy of the replay and get the PDF and get a month of being in my private community offline, where we talk about that good stuff. Okay, so if this has been of value to you, and you're interested in the class, click the link in the bio and make sure that you tap in. The 150 offer is going to expire today because it was supposed to go on to Black Friday. So it is going to expire at midnight. So you can get the VIP ticket, but if you want the access in the community and all those things, you might want to go ahead and grab it now. You can grab any of my products with Klarna Affirm and Afterpay. What questions do you guys have for me? And let me go back up. Thank you, my love. You too. Hi, are the women from all your viral videos? I'm confused. I'm not sure I understand the question. Can you run the question to me one more time so I can make sure I'm getting it? Because the way I'm reading it, I'm either reading it wrong or, Any questions, any questions, any questions? Click the link in the bio to be able to get access. Congratulations to those who have been purchasing, because I can kind of see them coming in. So congratulations to those. Like I said, the class is going to be 12/11 at 6 p.m. You can get the $55 or you can get the $150 ticket. How do we identify stressors? As soon as, by being able to be in tune with your body. When something happens and you feel it, there's a difference between acute stress and chronic stress. Chronic stress is where the issue comes in. Acute stress can happen if you get in an accident. Acute stress can happen if you fall down. Acute stress can happen if you take on a project and you actually start it seems like it could be a lot. Those things could be acute stress. Chronic stress is you find yourself in this consistent state of anxiety, anxiousness. This is like a daily, monthly occurrence. Like you're in a danger zone with that. But you first can identify normally things in your body let you know. The body is very intelligent. The Most High is the most immaculate architect, and so our bodies are vessels that let us know what's up. So you're going to always know you're in a stress situation because the body is going to identify it. I know for me, when something is not okay or not right, I get a chill. I get the feeling in my stomach, and then a whole chill will run from my body from head all the way down into my gut, just like that. And when I feel that, I automatically know. So being able to identify those things. But at the same time, I've done a lot of work to clear out a lot of things. So I'm very in tune with my body. So I know when something is off. And most women that come to work with me, one of the first symptoms that they have is that their vulnerability expands. So they really begin to feel and know when something is off with them. So that's a very, very powerful thing. But you got to do some work to kind of clear some things out. How do you know if someone is a narcissist, if I'm just, okay, so one of the first things that I'm going to talk about in the class, everyone has a form of narcissism in them. Everyone. If you open your phone, it's a bunch of selfies. There's a level of narcissism within you. But the key thing is that when it gets to the level of self-absorption, that's the ones that are dangerous. And so I'm going to break those down in my community on Monday. But narcissistic behavior, in order to recognize it, to be honest with you, you would have to understand pattern recognition. You would have to understand warlock behavior and witchcraft. And you would have to be extremely self-aware. And if you don't have those things, I strongly recommend that you get that $150 ticket so you can be in my community, so you can really get the full spectrum when I talk about this on Monday. Because you should be able to recognize narcissism at base and self-absorption narcissism, because that is, baby, got a warlock. You got a warlock on your hands, sweetheart. And warlocks don't stop until they get everything. And I do mean everything. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Yay, congratulations. I'm going to put you in our community today, boo. So that means that you're going to get access to our Friday video today. And also you get all the trainings and all the other trainings that I've done since starting the community. And baby, chef's kiss. So if you're ready to be that girl before January, you might want to get that, okay? So I'm so excited. But yeah, and I'm so glad you're going to be in that session Monday. And I think my community is going to be so excited, because I think I've told everybody but them that I'm talking about narcissism on Monday. So, and it's something that's really been coming up a lot, and I need all of my clients and all the women that work with me, I need y'all, as we're going into 2025, let me be real with y'all need to be able to recognize witchcraft. Y'all, and I'm just being real with you, like, y'all may not like what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Y'all be too busy and y'all be too much in celebrity business and worrying about if they're witches and if they're warlocks. Like, whatever wealth transfer agreements that they made, none of that is your business. Let's get into the soul let's get into the soul contracts that you've signed. Let's get into the witchcraft that you've allowed into your space in your life, whether it been through media, friendships, relationships, or even allowing yourself to be a portal. Let's deal with that first before we start worrying about somebody else. Because spending time worrying about people that you're never going to meet, that you do not know, and that have no power over you or no impact for real in your life, you need to shift the focus to what is happening in your experience. Going into 2025, y'all need to be able to recognize witchcraft. I'm serious. And witchcraft is nothing but the ability to be able to shift and change your mind, which is why the Most High allows us to have free will. The Most High will shift everything in our life experience, but will not change our mind. Have you never asked why? Have you ever never considered why is that? Because that is your choice. What you watch, what you listen to, what you adhere to, these are all your decisions and your choices. And what the Most High is letting you know is that you set the vibrational tone for your life. So don't look at me, because you set the vibrational tone for your life by whatever it is that you sow. Because that is what you will reap. If you sow value, you will reap value. Sometimes that value will be monetary. Sometimes that value will be non-monetary. If you sow nothing, you will get nothing. If you sow a lie, you will meet a lie. If you sow cheating behavior and scamming behavior, you will be scammed in when you're in the most vulnerable position, you're going to be scammed. See, energetics don't lie, and law is always going to be honored by the Most High. See, law is something that even the universe has to obey. The stars have to obey law. And y'all go look that up in the book of Enoch. So start really understanding law. Start understanding yourself. Understand yourself from a spiritual perspective, a scientific perspective, and a psychological perspective. Because those are the three key areas that are required in order for you to thrive. You need balance. Spiritually, biologically, and psychologically. Because guess what? If you're all over the place spiritually, you're not going to be rooted mentally. Okay? It's gonna be a bit of a struggle. And if you're not rooted spiritually, it's gonna be issues within the body. Because the belief, which is centered around spirituality, which you're rooted in, that actually impacts your biology. And your biology influences the way you behave. This is why there's no secret of the soul that the behavior would not reveal. Your behavior tells a story. Your behavior is connected to a belief. This is why we tell you that men are action based. Okay, I never care about what a man say. Never. Okay? I never care. What I care about is what you're doing, because what you're doing lets me know what you believe about me, about your experience, about yourself. See, all these things. What you do to yourself reveals what you believe about yourself, baby. You're not fooling anybody. You're not fooling anyone by saying, oh, I'm going to work out and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that for myself. And then you turn around and you do the exact opposite. You're not fooling anyone. People are always watching you. The thing is, people are not telling you that they're watching you. And some people will sit around and watch you self-destruct. Why? Why is that? Because there are two types of people that are coming into your life. People who are coming into your life for destiny purposes and people who will come into your life to be a distraction. It is your responsibility to be able to discern the two. And the problem is a lot of y'all lack discernment because you are disconnected from your spiritual core. You are constantly getting warnings about people that you are ignoring. See, I got a core group of people. I got my community. I don't hang with everybody. See, people be want to hang out with people because people look cool. People be want to hang out with people because of clout. Y'all need to be hanging out with people because of character. Because character is what's going to keep you in the room. Authenticity is what gets you through the door, baby. But character is what keeps you in the room. You know why? Let me say this soon. I'm about to get ready to go. You know why it was such a shock for so many people when Denzel Washington came out and admitted, in that interview that he had been struggling with alcoholism for like 15 years and he's been 10 years clean and all these different things. And at one point he tried drugs and all this different type of stuff. And people were just so shocked, and it was so this and it was so that. And it was like, dang, with everything he had going on, how was he able to stay in the room? Despite all these other people who was doing all these things, who have been recently kicked out of rooms, who are now in prison and other things. What's the difference between that man and these men over here? Character. Character. Despite him having that problem for 15 years, there was not one actor or actress that came out and said anything negative about his character, about his demeanor. You never heard a scandal or anything happening with him in the midst of that time frame of him struggling with that alcohol problem. You didn't hear about him being out in the streets with whores. You didn't hear him disrespecting and dishonoring his family and his wife. You didn't hear any of these things because in the midst of all of that, that man still had character. That man, it was still a character. He was still able to be in the room. Because it is character, baby, that keeps you in the room. And also, what that man talked about and what he said was, I'm glad you said that, after he did the movie Flight, he said that's when his drinking started to slow down. He stopped. And he began to assess his life and assess the people in his experience that these things may have impacted. Okay? But at the end of the day, that man is still standing with his head held high in the room. Do you hear? You know why he still can hold his head like that? Denzel Washington got an IRA. Intentional. He took responsibility and he took accountability for the things that manifested into his reality, even though they were not healthy things. But he still was able to keep his character throughout all of that. Authenticity is what gets you through the door. Character is what keeps you in the room. So this isn't even about being a good person. It's about things that are proper. When we are talking about manifesting things, when we are talking about magnetizing things into our reality, you need to have IRA. And if you don't have IRA, this is how you get kicked out of the room. Because you don't have intentionality when you are doing things. Because you don't take responsibility for your choices and your decisions. And because you don't take accountability when you make mistakes. That is how you continue to get kicked out of the room and how you make a monstrosity of a mess of your own life. So, for the women who are prepared to really master their rhythms and magnetize a new reality by actually resetting their magnetism. Okay? If that is you, and that is the space that you are in, I will see you at the masterclass on 12/11. Okay? I will see you at 12/11 at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we will have a 90-minute conversation. A very powerful conversation about what is necessary and what you need to do to magnetize and manifest the things that you desire into your reality. There is no need for you to wait until January 1st, 2025. Stop lying so much. I am not Planet Fitness. You don't need to lie to me. I am not on your head. You don't need to tell me about the goals you're going to set in January. If you are not moving and shaking towards where you want to be now, you ain't finna do nothing in January but get a rude awakening. Life is shifting and changing when January comes. And you need to already be focused and know what it is that you are doing instead of trying to figure out your plan then. You're going to get left behind. You're going to be looking crazy. And you're going to be looking for women like me to come back and extend a hand in those spaces. And we will not be available because we have spent the last couple of years putting y'all on game. The women that I'm going to be speaking to more so in 2025 are the women who've already laid the foundation that I have set for them. So it ain't going to be no money talks. It ain't going to be a whole bunch of... Getting money is the low level of money, y'all. Getting money is the lowest level of money. Holding money is the second lowest level. Unless you are in a flow where you understand how to create income for yourself and you don't have to depend on systems that suck you dry, and you understand the power of investing, being a cheerful giver, and sowing and reaping, and you understand that principle, you know that you will not lack. When you are standing in your birthright of abundance, according to John 10:10, when it lets you know up front that the enemies come to steal, kill, and destroy, meaning don't become your own enemy where you steal your own joy, you kill your own confidence because you will self-destruct. You can, on the other hand, decide to live life and live life abundantly by coming into your birthright. So choose what you want. You can self-destruct or you can ascend. But it is absolutely your decision. So you can manifest destruction, you can magnetize destruction, or you can manifest abundance and magnetize abundance. It is all up to you. And it is all up to you knowing how to use an IRA, your IRA. Period. Okay? So I'm going to go in depth about these things, like I said, in the masterclass on the 11th. Congratulations to the amazing women who've already gotten their tickets. I cannot wait to see you. For those who've gotten their VIP tickets, you will be getting access to the Sacred Feminine League today. So you'll be able to go all the way back and look at all the videos and everything that we have in there for you. And you will join me over the next 4 Mondays in our community. Looks like it might be 5, actually. The next 5, no, it's going to be 4. The next 4 Mondays in my community where we're going to be actually doing the real work. And if you were on here yesterday, you saw my amazing client who talked about how she hit 6 figures when she was in my membership last year. So, take that how you want. Do what you want. But take responsibility for what you're choosing. So when it speaks to what you're not changing, you're choosing, that's what it's saying. What you're magnetizing and manifesting whatever is in your life right now. You the problem and you the solution. Fix it. And you fix it by making real decisions and choices, okay, that are in alignment with the action that you actually need to take so you can break the plateau. So I just gave you the game on how you can break a plateau, whether it's weight, whether it's money, whether it's life success. What you choose to do now is going to be on you. So I am going to get off here because I'm going to get ready to go have dinner with my family. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but we do get together on today. So I'm going to keep with my folks. I hope that y'all have an amazing day. I am releasing a book. Let me tell y'all a little bit about that. I wasn't even going to say nothing. I am releasing a book. It's going to be on Amazon. I am working also to make it a audiobook as well. The name of the book is because I don't want to say everything wrong. It's called Retiring the Cape, The Radiant Path to Flourishing. And this is, the subtitle is Release the Strong Myth so that you can trade burnout and for alignment and build a life of lasting fulfillment. Okay? So, for all the women that sit, I'm in the 92%, I'm not doing nothing for the next 4 years. I'm giving you a book to teach you how to sit down and be in your feminine essence. If that's what you claim, that's what y'all want. You claim that's what y'all finna do. I'm finna see if y'all gonna do it for real, because I'm gonna give you the blueprint. Okay? I'm going to give you the blueprint, and I'm not gonna talk about it no more. So anytime somebody come to me talking about they burnt out, you can go get the blueprint. You can go get the blueprint. You need to retire your cape. Okay? So that's going to be dropping hopefully by Cyber Monday. My plan is for that book to be released. I'm hoping for Cyber Monday, which is going to be this Monday coming up. I have to do one more thing. My goal was for it to be out today, but it was something I didn't do, and that's okay of why it didn't happen. So my goal is for it to be Monday. The book pricing is probably going to be somewhere around $50 and $55. Some people might be like, "Oh, that's a lot for a book." Don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it then. But that $50 or $55 book will probably save you years and years of you being in therapy and looking crazy and all over the place if you really want to do that work, if you about that. So for the self-healers, the ones who really get active when it comes down to doing their work, then this is going to be amazing for you. I'm going to give you a couple of the chapters. I'll give you the chapters. It's actually 9 chapters, so it's not super, super long. The chapters in the book are as follows. All right. There's 3 parts. So, number 1, part 1 is understanding the strong woman myth. In that, we're going to break the chains of the strong woman myth. We're going to uncover the hidden costs of overperformance. And I'm going to help you dismantle the hustle culture lie. Those are the first 3 chapters. Part 2 is going to be about reclaiming true femininity. We're going to redefine strength for chapter 4, going from survival to softness. Chapter 5, we're going to heal the wounds of the worn out woman. Chapter 6, we're going to talk about living in alignment, which is the SMEPS model in action that I talked about: spiritual self-care, mental self-care, emotional self-care, practical self-care, and social self-care. Part 3 is living in joy and peace, which is going to, chapter 7 is going to break down true generational wealth. It's not about money. Chapter 8 is why playing safe is killing your purpose. And chapter 9 is flourishing beyond the myth. And then I'm going to give you some practical tools for flourishing and, just some other things. So I got y'all, okay? So I'm really excited and nervous, but not anxiety nervous, but nervous because I'm doing something different. And I wrote down last year that I wanted to release a book this year. And I'm proud that I actually did that. So I'm really, really excited and I'm nervous. And I'm really nervous about the results that women are going to get because I believe some women are going to get this and they're going to soar massively. So I'm preparing my emotions to be crying for the results because I'll be crying. So, yes. So, retiring the cape is definitely coming. Thank you so much. I'm really, really excited. The Most High is really good. And yeah, and I got a little personal. For some of y'all that asked me about the death of my best friend and what that did for me. Am I going to read y'all that? Let me see if I'm going to read y'all this snippet. I don't know if I can read it without crying, so I don't know if I'm going to read that. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. But I'm talking about it a little bit. So you get to kind of be with me in that moment where I was at the time of my spiritual awakening when everything kind of started and how I ended up on the path that I'm on now. And I give you the entire blueprint. So yeah, I'm excited, guys. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. And congratulations to those, like I said, who was purchased, who have really trusted me on this journey. I appreciate everyone that I have worked with this year. I appreciate everyone who has been on every single live and just been here and who has taken this information and shifted their lives. And I'm also going to be hosting another masterclass for those amazing people who purchased, I think it was like the manifestation course in January that I did. I told y'all I was going to come back and have y'all with a free course at the end. That's going to be happening in December, and I'm going to drop that date too because that's going to happen after the masterclass on the 11th. So I got a lot. I got a busy time. A very productive time in the Most High, thank goodness. So yes, but I love y'all to pieces. Please be safe today. Whatever investments that you buy into today, make sure they are in alignment with where you want to go. Okay? You are so welcome, my love. Make sure that whatever you're buying on this Black Friday, whatever you're doing, make sure it is putting you in position to magnetize and manifest what you really want. Okay? Don't waste no bread. Okay? Invest in something that's going to make you better, that's going to put you in a better position because that is what matters. Amplify your gifts because according to Proverbs 8 and 12, you have creative and witty inventions in your very being that will make room for you. Okay? So please, 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 please be attentive, be alert, be aware, and be love. Be love to yourself, so that you can be love to everyone else, okay? All right, y'all. Love y'all to pieces. I'm about to go. Bye.